And I want you to remember Peter, weeping bitterly at the depth of his crucifixion, dark night experience, when he had betrayed in his heart his beloved teacher. The depths of his despair. And yet Sunday was coming for him too. This is a song that Reverend Howard loved this song. We used to do it. We've done it several times. We haven't done it in a couple of years. All of my talking was to come here, to this moment. This song from the perspective of Simon Peter.
The gates and doors were barred and all the windows fastened down. I spent the night in sleeplessness and rose at every sound, half in hopeless sorrow and half in fear the day would find the soldiers breaking through to drag us all away. Just before the sunrise, I heard something at the wall. The gate began to rattle and a voice began to call. I hurried to the window, looked down into the street, expecting swords and torches and the sound of soldiers' feet. There was no one there but Mary, so I went down to let her in. John stood there beside me as she told us where she'd been. She said they'd moved him in the night and none of us knows where. The stone's been rolled away and now his body isn't there. We both ran toward the garden, then John ran on ahead. We found the stone and the empty tomb just the way that Mary said. But the winding sheet they'd wrapped him in was just an empty shell. How or where they'd taken him was more than I could tell. Well, something strange had happened there, what I did not know. John believed a miracle, but I just turned to go. Circumstance and speculation couldn't lift me very high, as I had seen them crucify him, then I saw him die. Inside the house again, the guilt and anguish came. Everything I'd promised him added to my shame. When at last it came to choices, I denied I knew his name. And even if he was alive, it could never be the same. Then suddenly, the air was filled with a strange and sweet perfume. Light that came from everywhere drove shadows from the room. Then Jesus stood before me with his arms held open wide. I fell to my knees and clung to him and cried. He raised me to my feet, and as I looked into his eyes, love was shining out from him like sunlight from the skies. Guilt and my confusion disappeared in sweet release, and every fear I'd ever had melted into peace.